Switching topics here for a second. Well, maybe it's in the same vein. You did a little reality TV in your day. And I know you went on Celebrity Fit Club.
Mm-hmm.
What made you make the decision to go on reality TV, and why that one?
Honey, I was on that prednisone, I told you. I was so sick of the fat jokes. I decided that if I put myself on TV, then I'd have to face those demons. I couldn't go on there and not lose no weight. So it was a dare to myself. Angie, I dare you to go on there, because if I go on there, I got to lose the weight. And that was what I was. I went on there because I wanted to challenge myself to do what I needed to do on my own. And that's the only reason I went on there. And if you notice, first week I think I lost the most weight. But I got wore out because they went in a snake valley. And when I lost all my guts is when we went on the basketball court, I saw all these smashed dead snakes. And then we had to walk through this bushes. I said, I'm not walking through that. I was hyperventilating the whole time because it was over 100 degrees. And it was just snake beds. So they said, we're going to send snake rangers with you all. And so to me, I said, they too far over there. They need to be over here by me. I said, because if a snake come at me, they ain't going to get here in time to save me. Baby, I said, take me to the top. I cried. Whatchamacallit cussed me out. I didn't care. I said, get me a car. I got to get out of here. I couldn't do it because I'm terrified of snakes.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know this. Snakes or no snakes, it's documented. You're the second, and I don't know how to word this. In terms of losing weight on that particular show, you lost the second highest amount of weight in the history of that show. You aware of that?
I'm not.
Yes, it's you. Yes, you come in number 2. So you did your thing.
Okay. The snakes ran me off, though. They ran me clean out the building, okay?
Okay, somewhere in the middle of this, you get back in the studio. And you know what's crazy?
What's that?
Because you leave Clive Davis.
Mm-hmm. And I go get a hit record.
You signed to Stax Records.
Yes.
Why did you leave Clive Davis to begin with?
Okay, I left Clive because, once again, I was the teacher bringing in all the students. I think I was rubbed the wrong way when I found out I didn't make the Oprah show because of my weight. And then I'll tell you something that happened that I haven't told anybody, but you'll get the exclusive. D'Angelo had lost his deal with Virgin. And he called me, told me. I made a phone call, and I got Clive and Peter Edge to sign him to J Records because I could not bear the idea of the world finding out that he had gotten dropped. Okay? And they signed him. Lo and behold, I believe his manager at the time, not knowing it had come through me, basically made a deal. I'm thinking they made a deal that we'll come, but she has to leave. Oh. And so I kind of got a feeling my album budget got cut. You know, I usually have $1 million album budget. They wanted me to make the record for $500,000. And at the time, I had Diary of a Soul Sister. It was what the album was going to be called. I had, Shaka Khan, Nat Nicole. I was getting some divas to sit with me, kind of, and kind of chop it up and do a classic album, something that had never been done. And when they cut the album, it just threw up a red flag to me. I'm like, how am I going to do this record now with everybody So I kind of started feeling weird. And at that point, I said, you know what? One or two things is about to happen. They're either going to drop me or I'm going to be stuck now because I don't know how I'm going to do this album. Well, the straw that broke the camel's back was shortly after that, they told me I had to change the name of my album because Alicia was doing Diary of Alicia Keys.
Mm.
And at that point, my chest sunk in. And I wrote Clive a letter and asked for a release. Because at that point I felt like, okay, this ain't how it's supposed to be. So that's the real reason that I left, because Diary of a Soul Sister was in the works, and that came about. But I think there were two things working against me. And I think that, when I walked away, nobody really looked up. I just felt like I was kind of pushed out, if you know what I mean, because intuition is a mother.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yep.
So that's my truth.
Huh.
That's deep, ain't it?
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
just saying.
deep. I'm absorbing it, because I've never heard this before.
You wouldn't, because one thing about me, I haven't done a biopic because everybody that wants to do a biopic, my story is so deep that it will uncover layers and layers, and I'm talking about layers of truth. And I think people are really afraid because they know. And so I've almost abandoned the idea of doing a biopic. I really don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to see anybody lose their cool. But I mean, I've helped managers, Kedar Master, but Erykah Badu, all of them, a lot of people think, oh, this one discovered this one, this one. No, Erykah will tell you, Angie is the one who helped get me through the doors with that whole, we had a show in Dallas with D'Angelo, and Kedar was there, and they came to me and said, what do you think about her? But, that's not to toot my horn, but they would never go back and say, Angie Stone had something to do with this. That's why I tell you, a lot of things were kind of swept under the rug. But Erykah has told the story because she knows the truth. I just, when I heard that people were saying they braided D'Angelo's hair. They didn't. I braided his hair with string. With those people, it was just so much that I could talk about. That.
Hold on, let me make sure I got that right. You because D'Angelo is known for them cornrows.
Yeah, I braided his hair with string. He didn't have enough hair when he did the Brown Sugar cover. I created that look for him. And I'm not doing that to toot my own horn, but if I got to telling my story, there would be a lot to tell. But I'm not interested in telling a story that really would hurt anybody, but just to vindicate myself, because it's a lot of stuff that people don't know. Just like things I'm telling you today, you wouldn't never know what it is. Like, nobody would know that Paradise is my voice on the internet, that they're saying this is Mary J. Blige and D'Angelo. It's not. It's Angie and D'Angelo in the background, and Mary dubbing my lead vocal. And I'm like, you can't take a song. It's just, I've had my shares.
Yeah, you have
mess.
had a ride in this industry, girl.
But guess what? I'm still flying high.
There you
I'm
go.
still cool.
There you go. You still here. You're looking good. You're sounding good. Okay. The books wasn't closed on Angie Stone just yet. Just because you left J Records, you went on and you worked with another one of my favorite artists, Miss Betty Wright.
Oh.
Another one that
That's
doesn't
my
get
girl.
her just due.
No, and I'm gonna tell you something. She and I were like freaking frack. We're both Sagittarians. And so we talk alike, we think alike, we write alike, we move alike. Before she passed away, I went to her house in Florida and spent the week with her. And they told me that week was a week she smiled. They hadn't seen her laugh for a long time. We went out to eat, but we took pictures and we hung out. And I miss her. I miss her dearly because when things were crazy, the stuff I'm telling you now, she would walk me off the ledge. She would pray with me. She would cry with me. She would laugh with me. And she made it okay. So I
Y'all
could
were
get past
girls
these
beyond
things.
the music.
Yeah.
This was your buddy. This was your friend.
Yeah, this was my girl. She was a friend. And I mean, up until she died, I mean, she was so worried about me that she called me. She said, "What's your bank account information?" I said, don't do that. She was insistent to make sure I had some money because she did not want to leave me if I needed something. She wanted to let me know that she would take care of me.
Oh man, that she was more than that. That was a sister right there.
Yes. I miss her. I can't tell you how much I miss her. Oh my goodness.
Well, y'all had the chance to collab in that baby record.
Yes.
Great record. That became your second #1 hit on the adult R&B charts.
I know.
And if I got my facts right, y'all got nominated for a Grammy.
We got nominated. I tell you, Mary J. Blige and Shaka beat us out with a song I hadn't heard before, and baby was all over the place.
Yep.
But I mean, Betty went. I was at the hotel. She was at the Grammys. And "Are you coming? Are you coming?" I said, "I'm coming." But I didn't go. I kind of knew. I said, "This is going to be another disappointment." So I stayed in the hotel. She wanted me to come though. She and I worked on Joss Stone. She pulled me in because she was doing Joss Stone. She put a whole band together, and then she brought me in to finish working on the project.
Mm-hmm.
Betty and I were tight.
Yeah, R.I.P. to
Yes,
one of the greatest.
Yes.
Yeah, and she sounds like she was a great woman.
She was.
Off camera.
Yes, beautiful spirit, beautiful soul, God-fearing woman, minister. She's dope.